Hi guys, my name is Saffy Sprocket and welcome back to the channel. Today we are at Motorcycle Live at Birmingham NEC, and today we've come to take a little bit of a look at Honda's DCT system. Now, I've been reading a lot about DCT and e-clutch lately and I have been a little bit obsessed, but you know what I haven't done? I haven't tried it out. So let's give it a little bit of a shot. Let's go! This one was completely my fault.
Okay, best thing to do is to show you by riding it. Okay, so if you put your headset on for me, please.
I can tell. Oh, this one's mine, I won't steal yours. I've got a tiny head.
Okay, can you hear me?
Slightly, give me 1 second. I have, there we go, perfect.
Brilliant. Jump aboard.
I should jump aboard.
Okay, so first things first, turn the key and push the start button. Okay, so while that's all booting up, what we've got here is we've got drive or sport, we've got neutral, we've got auto or manual.
Right.
Over here we can change down,
Right.
and over here where your trigger finger is, we can change up. That one just there. Okay.
So this is down, this is up. There's no lever.
No,
Oh!
there's no pedal either.
Oh! What? Oh, that would take some getting used to.
You wait till I show you.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, we're currently in neutral. Now, it's not an automatic. Think about an automatic scooter, for example. We get loads of noise, then it moves forward. This one, as soon as you open the throttle, it's going to engage that clutch, which works like a manual clutch, and it's going to go. Right? So, currently in neutral. If you push that button there for me, we're now in drive. So, drive's all about eco mode, saving fuel, right? Keeping the revs as low as possible. Right? So, your challenge is to get it to change into 6th gear at 36 miles an hour.
Okay.
Right, we're not going to use those, we're just going to use the throttle. So what we're going to do is we're just going to crack the throttle and let the bike do the work.
Okay.
Alright, so give it a little bit of throttle. That's it, let the bike do the work. So shut the throttle for me. So if we want to be a bit more of a sporty ride,
Yeah.
we can push this button here, and we're now in sport.
Right.
All right. Didn't need to stop. We can do it all on the fly. All right. We've got 3 levels of sport here. So that's sport 3. That's the sporties. If you press and hold the button, so press and hold that one. Let go. We've gone into sport 1. Press and hold.
Sport
Let
2.
go. We're sport 2. Press and
Okay.
hold. Sport 3. So that's the sporties. So that will show you the biggest difference between drive and sport.
Right, okay.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go up to about 95. All right. Watch what happens with the gears now. So remember, our benchmark was 6th gear at 36 miles an hour.
Right, okay.
Okay, go for it. Up to 95. So we only just hit 6th gear, just over 100 miles an hour.
That was very, very fast. I think the thing though that I'm struggling with, and I know this is going to sound, I made a joke the other day at ICA, which was kind of like, I know that you don't necessarily need a clutch, but there's a bit of a mental thing there, and I joked the other day that it was a boomer safety net, you know, and I think it's very strange to have it, to go from having nothing there. And in a way, I kind of feel a bit naked not having it. It's a bit abnormal. And my brain is a bit freaking out because in my head, I suppose, what's going through is that if I'm ever going too fast, I can pull that clutch in and start reducing the speed, you know, even when I can't always brake. And I think I feel a bit afraid of it almost, which I know is a bit, because it's so different. It's so different to what...
Yeah, but in fairness, and trust me, if 10 minutes on the road with this, you'll be into it. I do a lot of guide riding for Honda. My favourite guide riding bike is an Africa Twin DCT. And if I can't have an Africa Twin DCT, I'll have an NT1100 DCT.
Well, did you, so I presume obviously you will go is your background. At what point of riding this did you think this is the way for me?
Probably about 10 minutes into it.
Really? That
Because
much of a-
there's a lot. I've still got some more bits to show you, but there's a lot you can make
Okay.
the gearbox do.
Okay.
Right? So what we've done so far is we've left it completely in drive.
Right.
So we're kind of bimble mode, we're keeping the revs low, and we've done sport. And we've let the bike look after everything. Right? Now, at any point in time, we can interfere by using the minus and the plus. Right? So, if you put it in drive for me, I press that once, so you'll see the biggest difference in drive. Take it up to about 60 in 6th gear. What we're going to do now is shut the throttle, change down, forward, down. So what we're saying is, I know you were slowing down, bike, and you were going down the gears, but I want to do it quicker. So I'm going to change it down.
It feels a bit like a video game.
Yeah.
Can I try that again?
Yeah, take it up to about 60. Now you notice it didn't change gear every time you push that button.
Yeah.
You can't put it in too low a gear at too high a speed. It
Oh, I
won't
mean,
let
you'd seal the wheel up and you'd be flying across the pavement, wouldn't you?
Yeah. In the same way that you can't put it in 6th gear at 2 miles an hour, it won't let you. So whatever you try and do there, you have to be within the parameters of the engine and gearbox, otherwise it won't let it happen. So now we've interfered on the way down and slowed it down quicker. Right? We can also interfere on the way up. So let's imagine we're in fourth gear, we're in a 40 limit, in about 6th gear, and we've just seen the national, and there's my overtake, and I want to go. I can do two things. I can just open the throttle. The bike will sense we've got a throttle input, we've got a wheel speed. To match that, I need to change down, and then away I'll go, which takes a finite amount of time. A lot quicker than I've explained it, but a finite amount of time. Or we can say, I know I want 3rd gear here, give me 3rd gear right now, then we're going to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it up to about 40 in 6th gear. When we're ready, we're going to hit that button 3 times to force it into 3rd, and then nail the throttle.
Okay, so we're going into 40, down to 3rd, go.
Yeah. All right. So we're looking for 6th gear, so nice and gently. The faster you accelerate, the longer it will hold the gear. Nice and gently. That's it. So we're fiddling along. We want to go down 3 times. Yeah, but you've never changed gear that quick, have you?
No, absolutely not. This is like we're running on dial-up, and this is new broadband. You know, that is ridiculous.
And it's all because that other clutch has got the next gear ready, because it knows what you want. And all you're doing is swapping the clutches over.
Who sat on a bike and was like, I could speed this up 75%? Like, who was the person that was just like, you know what, I love this, let's make it even more insane? Who was that? Like,
So Honda started doing this back in 2009.
2009?
Yeah. There's a lot of other manufacturers now are starting to do it, but Honda have been at it since 2009.
That's mental. The fact that someone just sat and that came to their head, and then my mind was blown. I can't believe how fast that is. I could not do that fast. I could not. But at the same time, I feel like an old person that's just like, I don't want to let go of my clutch.
On the Africa Twin, the DCT Africa Twin, you can actually buy a gear lever. And all the gear lever does is operate these 2 switches.
Right, okay.
It doesn't change gear. It
really is the boomer safety net then.
Yeah, ourselves completely in charge of the gearbox. What we do is push the grey button there. Watch up here. So we're now in completely manual. Right? So if you open the throttle now, all you'll do is bounce it off the rev limiter in first gear. It's not going to change. Right? It will change when you slow down. So if we were doing 100 in 6th, we shut the throttle. When it knows we're at a too lower speed for 6th gear, it will put it in 5. And then too lower speed for 4th, 5, it will put it in 4. What we're going to do is we're going to take it up again to about 95. When we do it, we put the throttle input in and we keep it there. We don't need to change it for the gear change. So we demand the throttle, and every time when I do that, around about 6,500 RPM, you flick that front button.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So, when you're ready, give me some throttle. Now you're completely in control of whatever gear it's going to do.
Is it possible to stall this?
No.
There's no possible way to stall this?
No.
Oh, my cameraman will be fine, don't worry.
Cool.
So my next question is, what is stopping you from putting this technology in 125 bikes?
In what bike?
Learner bikes.
So there's a weight penalty because you've got 2 clutches, right? So in the traffic light Grand Prix, I defy you to beat one of these in that first 10 metres, which is what the traffic light Grand Prix is all about, isn't it? Yeah? 10 metres down the road, the fire blade's going past you on the back wheel, but that initial drive with this is completely there. You haven't got to worry about the back wheel breaking away, you haven't got to worry about the front end coming up, it's just gone. But you get that added weight penalty, so you never put this in a sports bike. It's in the Goldwing, it's in the Africa Twin, the Rebel 1100, the NC 750, and of course the NT 1100. The E-clutch adds a little bit of weight, but it's still the same clutch and gearbox. So a 125 kind of struggles anyway, because it's just about big enough for what you're using.
I mean, I love innovation, but at the same time, innovation is always a little bit scary, isn't it?
Okay. But this one,
That's
do it
amazing.
again. Go on, let's go up to 95 again.
Okay.
And as you saw, with first run, we changed it 6,500 RPM. You can change it any one you want.
That's wild. That is so wild and so weird, and I love it.
The thing to do is to try it on the road traffic, because here it's actually a little bit rough because the bike's tied down. It's pitching all the time.
I know.
Yeah. Out on the road, it's smooth as silk.
I think I'm gonna steal one of these off you guys for a week, to be honest, and give it a try. But I think yeah, this is artificial conditions. I think I want to get it on the road.
So how do I park it on a hill?
Well, you
Does
tell
it
me.
roll away?
Do you have a
So-
park mode? But then what happens when your mates want to troll you and they come along and they want to...
Yeah. On the Africa Twin, if you look at the Africa Twin DCT, there's a lever here that you can't reach because that's the handbrake.
What happens if you leave that one out and then you turn it in and try to drive off and forget about it?
Depending on how much back brake that's put on and how it's been adjusted, it may either just look at you and say, I'm not going anywhere,
Right, okay.
or it's like driving off with the back brake on.
I want to know how sprocket proof it is.
You'll soon know, because if you go, I want to move, and it's like really sluggish, you'll go, oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've tried to drive off with a disc brake on before, so... yeah, no, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Right, I'm going to let you crack on with work then. I don't want to keep you anymore. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Okay then guys, that is DCT. This is an insane system. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit afraid of it, but also a little bit intrigued. And as much as this has been a great experience, I think the next step for me is to get my grimy mitts on one of these machines and take it out on the road. And if you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest that you give it a shot, because it is very much a Marmite situation, but I really like it. But I think it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. You know, you develop those habits, they become instinct to you, and then to completely change them almost overnight, I think it's going to take me a little bit of a time to get to that. But what I'm going to do is I am going to drop an email in Honda's inbox, and we are going to get our hands on one of these, and we are going to take it on the road, and we are probably going to get into some mischief. So don't forget to subscribe, and in the meantime, ride safe, stay crazy, and I will see you next week. Bye! This one was completely my fault.